Multiple WWE sources confirmed that Andrade was cut due to numerous wellness violations over the last year. So I guess he's an AEW superstar, and I put it in here. WWE chose to cut him as opposed to paying him another 90 days to keep him from performing elsewhere. So there was a non-compete clause. I will say to those theories that we're all hearing about Andrade and the wellness policies of WWE and all that, I will say, like, they did just wash their hands of him. So maybe that lends some credibility to those theories. I will just throw that out there, right? I won't just discard a theory just because. So the 6-year anniversary went down, we all know. So Sari and Alex Windsor. So think about this. Alex Windsor, Bruv's gal. I don't know. What do they call gals? Old gals down there in the UK in jolly old Britain land. But, she had her like title run. They just put her on TV, shoved her down our throats, gave her a little title challenger run, rather, like run at the belt, rather. She loses in ROH. What the? Like, Tony doesn't know what the he's doing at all. So she's just there. And then Sari, everyone was hyped. Sari's there. She's going to debut. Tony scooped her up and just sent her to Ring of Honor. This is the coveted. This is Dave Meltzer. Oh, they want her so bad, Brian. They want Sari. WWE wants her. They lost out on her. They just threw her on ROH. Like, what the? Here's their debuts, though. Mina Shirakawa gets over before and after Mariah May just sent her to ROH.
And their opponent, the team of the IWGP Women's Champion, Sari and Alex Windsor.
Cool little theme there. We have some more news here. Trent Beretta, I'm going to check him with chat in a moment. Trent Beretta has been dealing with an arm injury in recent months. And the hope is he will be back in the ring within the next few months. And I'm sitting here like, dude, didn't he retire? Didn't he do some retirement angle? And then I don't know. It doesn't matter. Either way, I hope Trent Beretta is okay. Eddie Kingston announced for an indie show next month. So again, Andrade comes back. Kingston's doing indie shows, and they're not going to be on the same show. They're going to keep them separated. That's what Tony does. Hopefully a situation doesn't arise where he fears for his life again.
That's great.
But there you go. At PWJ whatever. Shout it out. And there's my free plug for that indie show there. And hopefully Eddie puts on a good match. Former AEW Women's World Champion Shida reveals she re-signed with the company. God damn it. I really, really wish that she stayed, or pardon me, didn't stay in AEW and moved on over to WWE. Although where would they fit her right now? I totally, she's above NXT, but where do you put her? You got Julia with the US title. I don't know. And Tony's probably paying her an arm and a leg, but Shida should be on Dynamite like every week, and she was really good, man, and her title run was pretty good. And I just think she started doing some dumb too, I think, to appease Tony Khan a little bit, because all the women get hardcore in this company too. It's not cool that Willow gets hardcore when everyone gets hardcore now. It's just stupid. And Shida was kind of getting hardcore there a bit for a little while too, and it was what are you doing? And then we just don't see her. And then some of the ladies we want to see and these Joshis we want to see, they're like Mina Shirakawa, and they're just stuck in ROH. And Sari, this big signing, all the sickos were like, WWE lost out, Sari's a game changer, WWE covets Sari, and she just debuts in ROH with Alex Windsor, who they forced down her throats for 3 weeks or 2 months, and then she gets a title shot, then she loses, now she's just in ROH. What is going on, man? Where has Shida even been? Where's she been? Andrade competed in his first post WWE match tonight at the Crash Lucha Libre, winning the heavyweight title, and a bunch of marks and sickos are like, Andrade already winning a world title after he left the fucking mark. Okay, he was gonna be tag champ. Not only that, it's a belt. 99% of people don't know what Crash Lucha is or what this belt is. Good for him, though. I'm not an Andrade hater by any means. In fact, Ray and Javon were fun. Ray Phoenix and Javon were fun together on SmackDown, so maybe just do more of that, you know? But shout out Andrade. I'm not trying to hate, but like, Jesus Christ, guys, let's not put everything over. Like, not everything. And I keep the same guy. I'm like, hey, we don't need to put over WWE getting $200 bagillion to go to Saudi for WrestleMania. We don't need to put over Andrade winning a fucking random Mexican indie belt or whatever. Or maybe it's Puerto Rican. Just announced Winnipeg, bud. Winnipeg Pro Wrestling. Rumble in the Burt on October 19th. Mercedes Moné will challenge Jody Threat for the WPW Women's Championship. And everyone's already going fucking 10 belts Moné. I'm going to Winnipeg to win my 10th wrestling title.
Sometimes in life, you got to be a hoe.
Rumble in the Burt. Oh my God. WPW, this poor woman right here. Jody Threat, TNA superstar. Former, I don't know, is she a TNA superstar? I don't know. Some deals are coming up. Cedric Alexander's is coming up. I just saw Fightful reported that as well. So, yeah, man, she's going to win this fucking Canadian title, bud, off of Jody Threat, and she'll have 10 titles. And again, they just went with, listen, Stat is going to end up dropping that fucking belt to Moné or something like that, okay? Like, they just got it off Tony so that Moné doesn't have to beat Tony, right? And that is smart. I actually give Tony Khan credit for that. Either way, it's just, when is enough? And I saw like Observer and Figure 4 Online talking about like, oh, we're comparing Moné to Jushin Liger and shit. And it's like, what? How do you even make that comparison? And I'll tell you how. You write books like this. This book is all elite, releases 1 month from today on November 4th. And you still have a chance to win an all elite experience for 2. Here's how. Pre-order a copy of the book. Submit your proof of purchase or screenshot, blah, blah, blah. So you can win a VIP package for 2 by buying this book. This book is all elite. Now, Jericho won't leave the company until after this book comes out, which it comes out right away. I really think they're going to undermine Cody Rhodes. They're not going to bury him, but they're not going to get up-to-date interviews from him or Punk, obviously. So it's not an objective book. It's a book being made by AEW for AEW. I bet they'll put Rhodes over early in the book, maybe even Punk a little bit. I bet that they will even use quotes from Rhodes and Punk who worked at the company at the time that were favorable, maybe even use them against them in a way, you know, but like against WWE or them personally right now. I bet they will take quotes from Punk, like putting AEW over at the time when they get to that portion of like their story and history and all that. But if you don't think, and I caught heat for this from sickos, this is like a while back. If you don't fucking think this book is going to be like a fluff piece, just blowing Tony Khan and AEW and controlling their own history like WWE's done, and you guys aren't going to call that shit out, I mean, you're a stupid idiot, right?
Idiot.
I mean, it's obviously going to be that. And like, I don't care. It's pro wrestling. It's Carney. It's whatever the fuck. WWE did this. We call it out. We made fun of it for years. Sorry, I didn't have a podcast in 2009 so I could call out some of their fucking DVDs. But I got one now, and I'm calling this out. And just like their All Access show, they tried to rewrite history and that shit. And that's what they fucking have already done. AEW's already tried to do that. So again, it's just little Tony McContana. And this book is like, say hello to my little friend and read this fake fucking history book here. And that's totally fine, but that's what it is. And it's just funny that they're doing the thing that sickos would jump all over WWE and have in the past for doing. Or like when WWE kayfabes their history and then people get mad about that. And it's like, yeah, it's kayfabe. Like when Dave got all worked up because in kayfabe, Michael Cole's like, Rey Mysterio's the biggest luchador of all time. And Dave's like, what about El Santo, Brian? It's like, yeah, dude, it's a fucking TV show. They're getting themselves over. So if he doesn't keep the same energy with this fake book, then I'm surprised it doesn't come with a 4-pack of crayons. then yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Adam Copeland is listed on AEW's roster page as Adam Copeland once more rather than Cope. So this happened again. Why? Well, because he's in when you Google Adam Copeland, when you type in AEW Cope, my videos come up. Okay? And then when you type in a little delayed there, when you type in Adam Copeland, oh, he's in Jason Statham's The Killer Bee Part 2 or whatever. He's in Disney Plus's Percy Jackson, whatever the fuck. So when they moved it to Cope in the first place, I swear that was them trying to hijack the algorithm. And that might be a little conspiratorial, but why would you do that? AEW has announced a huge crossover event with DC Comics. So DC and AEW are teaming up for an electrifying crossover that unites two powerhouse universes in a bold new storytelling experience. Now, again, guys, last time DC crossed over with AEW, they drew Swerve with the NXT North American title in the fucking thing. So the folks at DC, the good folks at DC, I don't know. I'd have to look at like what the comic business in general is just not doing the best, but there's been some books that have been doing okay, I suppose. So I just don't know if like teaming up with AEW, it does. Listen, DC teaming up with AEW does more for AEW than AEW does teaming up with DC. I mean, they're just going to throw their like fucking lowest level writers at this shit, you know. But the unprecedented collaboration will bring the Justice League and AEW's top wrestling talent together in a high octane 2-issue comic book event. AEW has built a universe as rich and dramatic as any comic book, where stories unfold through grit, passion, and unforgettable rivalries. Now that universe leaps from the ring to the page in a 48-page two-part comic book saga written by Steve Orlando, illustrated by Travis Mercer, with covers by Lucas Meyer. In this epic tale, AEW's finest, including Mercedes Moné, Will Ospreay, Darby Allin, John Moxley, Swerve Strickland, Adam Page, Tony Storm, Willow Nightingale, and Orange Cassidy, and Kenny Omega, of course. Can't do it without Kenny. Team up with legendary DC superheroes, including Aquaman, Batman, Nightwing, Green Lanterns, Guy Gardner, and Jon Stewart, Hawkgirl, Zatanna, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn. Together, they must recover the big galactic belt and prevent a cosmic catastrophe. Assemble, Super Friends. AEW. Assemble, Bumbleclot Club. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I should like read and review this thing. So it is a comic. Okay, digital offerings. Let's see here. Because they're doing, I know like DC and Marvel are doing crossovers right now, which fucking rule. Okay. So they're just doing this crossover with AEW kind of out of nowhere. Good for them. They did one before though. And we know that WBD is likely, and this is according to Brandon Thurston and all those guys. It's like they are invested to some degree, like 5% or whatever, I think is what the estimations were. Someone would have to double check or go back on the show as I forget, but good for them. Tony Khan, let's do Rizzler and Big Boom first. So again, we're going to get kind of Don Stevens for this. So I'm going to kind of like scroll it up a bit. We're just going to play it. Let's listen to what, this is an exclusive. This is what AJ Bifumo said. He wants to get his hands on Rocky Romero and Trenty Locks, a.k.a. Trent Beretta, who's undergoing surgery. So is he going to wrestle? I think this Big Boom AJ kid is going to wrestle in a match. If he hasn't already, I know Callis choked him out, but there's like 100 guys in the Callis family. And I think he's going to be in one of these fucking matches. I think he was in one already, wasn't he? I don't know. I'm not against these Big Boom guys like being on the AEW show, though. It's just a matter of like, you can't do this. And then I've said this a billion times. I'm getting sick of saying it, but I'll say it one last time right here. You can't have these guys on the show and then have Moxley getting carved up and impaled and shit. It's just like, who are you marketing the show to then at that point, right? And it doesn't have to be all kids. It doesn't have to be all, but come on. Anyways, let's take a listen to what they have to say about Roppongi Vice.
Big Justice, what an honor this is to be here at AEW Dynamite 6, the 6-year anniversary of AEW Dynamite.
What a huge honor it is. The only thing you're forgetting is that you don't even work here. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
What do you two gluttons know about anniversaries?
Well, I'll tell you what, Rocky, I'll tell you what we do know about anniversaries. We do know that Full Gear will be.
And then he looks at the fucking camera, bro. Oh, he's such an influencer.
Our 1 year anniversary here at AEW. And speaking of Full Gear, why don't you bring the?
He's good though, dude. He knows how to sell the game. Like he looks at the camera says the date and time, and then he looks back at them to talk shit. Like as far as sales go, I mean, he's got it down.
Callis family. Bring Don Callis, bring a new Andrade, but most of all, the two of you come to Full Gear.
So Andrade left, and now he's gonna do a thing with Big Boom AJ and the Costco guys as part of Callis's family on the fucking pre-show of Wrestle Dream or whatever. Or I don't know, is this going down on Collision or some shit? I don't know, but that's what's happening here with Andrade since leaving WWE.
Let's finish what we started at All In.
And you know what, Rocky? I see you wearing some Air Maxes.
Yes, so what?
You need a boost in your height?
Why are you?
Are you trying to get pie-faced again?
You remember what I did to you?
No,
And speaking of what he did to you, what's with this cast here, Trent?
that has nothing to do with what he did. I got hurt doing something else. We don't have to talk about it.
A horrific pickleball accident.
I'll tell you what, guys, none of that matters. Why don't the two of you come to Full Gear and take on me and Big Justice?
Let's do this.
Are you nuts? A man,
Full Gear? When the fuck is Full Gear? When's Full Gear? I don't
baby, and a child?
It's illegal to fight a child.
It's illegal.
You trying to trick us?
Try to trick us, get us into some trouble, aren't you? You know what? I got a better idea. How about Big Boom AJ and a partner of your choice against RPG Vice?
That's a good idea. Good luck finding somebody to team with you, though. You got no friends. Internet doesn't count as friends. I got hurt doing something else.
No.
God, why is everyone like, haha, we're nerdy? Like, nah, man, we got hurt. I got hurt. Like, everybody's like a nerdy fucking heel. Haha, man. Oh, God.
Friends, losers.
These two guys are the most money AEW has. I'm not even lying. They should fucking. I give them 3 booms. Boom, boom. These guys are okay, man. I like these fellas right here. So here's Big Boom AJ. He has a message for Andrade El Idolo. And it's so funny too, because Big Boom AJ, we know how much he loves WWE. We know how much he wishes he was in WWE. And then what does Big Boom AJ do? Parlays his AEW, I don't know, partnership. I don't know if they just said, you don't even work here. So it's just like a per appearance thing, whatever. But hey, listen, this partnership works in a way where Tony Khan can be like, can you please remove the WWE title? Can you pull down that video, please? When he's holding the title, ripping the cards or whatever he was doing, opening toys and shit. But what does Big Boom do? He waits till a WWE superstar leaves WWE, shows up in AEW, and then he goes, hey, I want a match against you. Boom. Pretty funny. Let's see what a Big Boom AJ has to say about Andrade Cien Almas.
Andrade wants to know who I am. I realize you haven't been here for a little while, Andrade, so let me introduce myself. I'm Big Boom AJ, the man that will be taking down your Callis family members, Rocky Romero and Trent Beretta at Full Gear. Now, I see you already started some trouble with my man Kenny Omega, so I don't know why you're looking for any other trouble, but understand one thing. I'm the man around here that brings the boom. Andrade wants to know who I am.
We bring the boom to your crew. Okay. So there was Big Boom AJ. We have some Tony Khan cringe here, but there was a column written. And this wasn't written by Dave Meltzer, by the way. The guy who wrote this was the dude from The Observer that I owned. Do you guys remember when that Observer writer was waiting? He put a tweet out saying, I can't wait for people to come after to say this isn't a legit blah, blah, blah. And then I'd quote tweeted it. And I guess he vanity searched the article when it was posted, like he did here as well, because Meltzer said what quote tweeted this and pointed out, it's a column why Dynamite and Tony Khan cannot win on Tuesday night. Just built-in excuses ready to go. And Meltzer said, what posted this shit? And then this guy who's an Observer writer, he got hired by Dave or Brian. He told me, he said, he's like, Dave didn't even hire me. like, it doesn't matter, man. Like, they know what his ideals are. And so they fucking hire people. It's like, oh man, yeah, I think Batman blows. We were talking about DC earlier. I don't know. I think Batman blows chunks and I love Spider-Man. DC's gonna hire me to fucking write columns on their website about Batman. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't work that way, asshole. Like, I forget this guy's name too. But he's just like waiting to pick fights with people who go at his articles and shit. He can't wait for it, but he just gets owned. And he also doesn't edit and use spell check. So, like, on the column, he uses the word like daily instead of day. And he uses, so one thing he does is while he's writing, sometimes he'll say, they do not. And then in the very next sentence, he'll use a word like aren't, AREN''T. And it's like, I'm not one of these hoity-toities where you can't use words like can't, don't, and aren't instead of like are not, do not. But if I was editing that, I'd be like, hey, pick one or the other. Unless you're putting emphasis on something here that you really want to, unless you're putting emphasis on something you're really trying to get over with the cannot, I would fucking punch that up a little bit, dog. Who's editing this? Clearly not Dave, because we know he just does run-on sentences and I don't know. So the spell check's the thing, just saying. You don't even need spell check. You just slap it into Google. It'll tell you. I digress. He writes this article, though, making excuses. And then Meltzer said, was like, dude, what are you going to fucking come after me? Like, I've pulled Dave's card on this already. And then he dropped a clip of Dave being like, making these same fucking excuses. But then the guy was like, you know, Dave didn't write this article, blah, blah, blah. And that is true. But like, you got hired there for a reason to write articles like this and defend Tony Khan. That's obviously why they hired you to do that. We'll break that down more on Thursday, but it was quite cute. And again, there's just built-in excuses already. When you go on F4W online, like, I have pop-up and ad blockers on and shit, and these motherfuckers site just glitches out. So I'm not even going to attempt to click on there and read through point by point. I implore you all to do it and come up with your own assessment. We'll talk more about it, and we will dive deeper on Thursday's Dave Meltzer Dumb Moment of the Week show, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific. But to top things off here, we have a AEW After Dynamite, Tony Montana. So on last Wednesday's live show, we reacted to the 2-minute video, you know, of Wilson Fisk over here. And, you know, Tony Montana was in his, you know, white suit, and he's like, okay, so. And, you know, he gives this spiel about, and there was like air conditioning in the background and whatever intern or whoever they had using the fucking camera, just really, they don't know shit about production whatsoever in AEW. Like, even in their little social media posts, like, notice how even WWE's social media Instagram videos and shit are on point, you know? But after that Dynamite, Tony Montana comes out and thanks the crowd for being hot all night and says AEW will return to the Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, California. The Seminole Hard Rock. How many seats in the Seminole Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida? 7,000 person capacity. And they had how many in there? 2,000 if they're lucky. Let's take a look at Tony Montana here.
You all lived up to your end. I came out here earlier and I said that based on what a strong crowd you were at the beginning of the show, if you kept up that energy for the whole 6th anniversary show.
I'm keeping up my end of the bargain. If you reach under your seat, everybody, I put an Uzi under every sheet. Every seat. We're going to have a shootout. But first, let me get to my office. There's something I gotta do first.
I promised that we would be coming back here to the Hollywood Hard Rock.
Hollywood, known for Colombians. Me and Andrade had a great time this evening.
You I can't wait to come back here. I wanted to come out here and thank all of you because I know this is a great sports town. I know there's a lot of great sports in the state of Florida.
I always tell the truth, even when I lie.
I know that this is a great football state.
It's a better hockey state.
I know that there's a lot of great sports, but there's only one sport that goes 52 weeks a year with no off season, with no breaks, year round, and it's pro wrestling. It's only possible to do this 52 weeks a year because of all of you supporting us year round. Thank you very much.
I'm Tony Montana. You're fucking with me. You're fucking with the best. We're the best. Wrestle Dream forever. His dad comes out. Oh, Wrestle Dream forever. Jesus.
It's only possible to keep this thing going 52 weeks a year. Because
You already said that part.
great professional wrestlers in the back.
Because they're the best. And you're fucking with me. You're fucking with the best.
And the women and men in the truck, in the back, around the ring here now. Please, Hollywood, Florida, let's bring it up to the crew.
And never get high on your own supply. I'm Tony Montana. You've been great. Say hello to my little friend. Marco Stunt is here, ladies and gentlemen, making his return. Oh my God.
That is absolutely first class. I could not have picked a better place and a better group of people to spend the AEW Dynamite 6-year anniversary show with. Thank you very much. We have 3 more shows in the next week in the great state of Florida. You're welcome to join us tomorrow in Lakeland, Tuesday and Wednesday in Jacksonville, or we'll see you the next time. We're back here at the Hollywood Hard Rock. Happy anniversary. Thank you for spending it with us tonight. Get home safe. Thank you.
Don't forget. I'm going to butcher it. Oh my God. In this country, you got to make the money first. Then when you get the money, you got to get the power. Then when you get the power, then you get the women's division tag team titles. Then you get the Joshis from Stardom. And then you put them in Ring of Honor. It's great. Look at his runoff.
Thank you for spending it with us tonight. Get home safe. Thank you.
His little runoff. Look at his runoff, dude.
Get home safe. Thank you.
What's this? One more time. The runoff is the best part. The runoff is the best part. Oh! Oh my God, dude. That segment within a segment is called The Best Guys, Tony Khan. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was AEW news.